let's start out. We're going to start out standing on the mat today. So finding a comfortable stance. We've got our solo stove here. I decided to teach outside at the very last minute, so I didn't move the solo stove, so it will just be a little background here. Highly recommend these, by the way. Portable campfire, easy to move around, and smokeless too, which is really fun. And the kids can still roast marshmallows. All the good things. All right, so finding a stance, feet a little wider than hip width apart, spreading the toes really wide, pressing those toes down into the mat. And before we get too stable here, I just want to mention we will be using a blanket and a strap later in our practice. So if you need to gather either of those things and bring them to your mat, please do that before you ground through your feet. All right, so getting those feet activated, toes spread wide, arches lifting. Feel the balance on your feet from right to left and also front to back, and see if you can find a really nice balanced place there. Soft knees. Wiggle your torso a little bit and finding a nice long spine. Feel the heart broadening a little bit. You can rotate your palms towards the world in front of you so the chest naturally broadens and opens. Pull the chin back slightly. Little smile to your face. Maybe gazing up, or if you feel balanced, you can close your eyes. And begin to deepen your breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Greeting this day, all that awaits you, the gift of being alive, embodied in this moment, at this time. See if you can feel the breath rising up from the soles of the feet all the way to the crown of the head with the inhale. And with the exhale, crown of the head, scanning the body. What can be released out the soles of the feet. A little cleansing breath flowing through the body this morning. And as you're breathing here, connect with the concept of alignment. So perhaps we can feel that first physically. Alignment in the body. How do you stack the body from the feet to the head so that there's easeful alignment, easeful standing here. And alignment in our lives, alignment in how we spend our energy, our time, our resources. Alignment in relationships. This week, that's a focus in the Vitality Circle. And alignment with ourselves, our inner wisdom. What aligns with that? So we're gonna play around with this concept of alignment today. So one more deep breath here. Gently fluttering the eyes open if they're closed. Inhale, reaching the right arm up. And as you exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale, come back up, floating the left arm up, right arm comes down. Exhale, side bend over. Inhale, switching. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, floating those arms, rotating them. You can begin to reach across a bit more with that lower arm, maybe with the upper arm as well. Shifting the hips out to the side. One more each side, noticing how alignment can resonate with this movement. And then coming back, reaching the arms out to the sides. We're going to circle the arms forward here. And we're going to bounce with the knees, like slow. So as the arms come down, we're going to come down, and then as the arms come up, coming up. Just waking up the body and the breath today. And we can begin to get the breath moving a little stronger here. Two more. And then with your next exhale, we're going to stay down in this squat. Rotate the arms back and up until you come to a chair pose. So tune in again to the feet, starting with our alignment there. Can you spread the toes? Can you balance the weight right and left, front and back? And find alignment here where your body can be a little more at ease. I know chair pose is challenging too. So with your next inhale, coming back up, lengthening the legs as you float the arms out and down. Inhale, roll the shoulders to the ears. Exhale, out the mouth, down the back. Again, inhale. One more time. Nice. So now we're going to bring the arms back out to the sides, and starting small again, we're going to rotate the arms in the other direction. Maybe a little heart opening here. Feeling into the symmetry, the alignment, the ease, and begin to bounce again. Coming down into the legs, little squats, and enliven the breath a little bit. Two more. And this time staying down in your squat bit chair pose. Make sure those knees are coming right out over the toes. Find your alignment here, front, back, side to side. Feel the strength. Reach those arms up, drop the shoulders. Breathing here. Sometimes alignment takes effort. A little challenging. Two more breaths. Nice. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, float the arms out and down. Nice. Inhale, roll the shoulders to the ears. Exhale, out the mouth, down the back. Again, inhale. Exhale, release. One more time. Nice. Let's swing the arms side to side here, lifting the heel of the side you're twisting to. Little bounce in between. Nice. And then come back to center. We're going to bring the legs wide, get into these hips a little more, inner thighs as well. So to start with, we're going to just come in and out of some squats here. And I'd like you to interlace your hands behind your back. If that's not approachable to you, you can grab your strap and hold on to the strap in between your hands. So we're going to lift the arms up away from the back. So broadening through the shoulders. Keep the shoulders dropping down though. Broadening through the chest, through the heart. So take an inhale here. And as you exhale, begin to squat down and try to keep those knees tracking out over the toes if possible so they're not falling in. Got those knees widening. And we're going to begin to shift a little side to side here. Opening that heart, maybe gazing up. And then coming back to center, sinking down a little deeper. How low can you go? And then inhale, coming back up, releasing the arms. I have a nice little stink bug connected to my shirt here. All right, so now we're going to bring the arms out to the sides like we did a little while ago. But we're going to move side to side, touching down at least to the knee on that side, maybe down to the toes. So we're going to move kind of fluidly side to side. Think about inner alignment here. And if going all the way down to the floor doesn't work, you can touch the knee. So when we think about alignment too, we can think about really integrating, like the wisdom of not just our minds, but our hearts, our guts, knowing what we know in all the ways that we can know. One more each side here. Nice. And then coming back up to center, jump or heel toe the feet in. And we're going to take some hip circles. Moving the hips around. Big circle. So for alignment, it's really interesting to think about, you know, what we're conscious of, but also what we're maybe pushing away. That, let's go back the other way with the hips. That by integrating or by noticing, by welcoming, it creates deeper alignment. It's often the hard things that we don't want to acknowledge or admit that ultimately help us find deeper alignment with ourselves, our lives. All right, so we're going to come to the top of the mat here. Set the blanket to the side, have the strap at the top of the mat. So finding Tadasana pose here, mountain pose, and spreading those toes really wide again. Soft knees, lifted heart. Feel the alignment here. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Hanging here for a couple breaths. Keep a soft bend in your knees. You can move your head around. Feel the backs of the legs release. Might invite your sit bones to widen and lift a little bit. With your next inhale, lift your body, hands to the shins, flat back. Exhale, back down, place the hands. Step the right foot back behind you here. And we can bring the blanket across the middle of the mat, but keep this back leg lifted right now if you can. If you need to drop it, feel free to do that. We're gonna raise and lower a little bit here. So if the back leg is lifted, we're gonna exhale, pulling down with the arms and drop that knee almost to the floor and then lifting back up. If you need that leg drop down, we're just gonna do the arms here. So we're gonna do 6 of these. Take an inhale, exhale, coming down. Inhale up, exhale down. You can move that front leg towards straight if you'd like. Make sure the back heel is lifted if your back leg is lifted off the floor. I lost count. Is that 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to drop that back knee, uncurl the toes, finding the strap here, lifting it up, and then bringing it back behind you. So we're just going to open here and then sink the hips more. So breathing here, holding, extending through the heart, dropping the hips. One more inhale, and then as you exhale, bring the strap forward, holding on to it still. We're going to shift the hips back, lifting the toes. So you're going to find your own adventure here. You might stay here and just in a forward fold. If you'd like, you can drag the hips backwards. That foot will come with you. And then holding on to the strap. So you're sitting back on your right foot and then holding on to the strap, or maybe you can reach your foot and folding forward, but lengthening the spine as you do that. So deep breaths here. Noticing, celebrating where you are in alignment in your life. You're on purpose. And with your next inhale, pulling forward and releasing that strap, putting it back there. Hands to the mat and making your way to a down dog. Walking out your dog, you might notice the legs feel different from each other. And then finding stillness in your down dog. Breathing here, and if you'd like to find an upper body twist here, you can reach your right hand back to your left leg. Twisting. And then switching sides, twisting. So nice. Nice upper back release. And then bringing both hands forward. Inhale, pulling forward, dropping the hips and floating the legs if that feels available to you, or dropping them to the mat. Opening the heart so you can broaden the chest like you were when you were holding the strap behind you. Engage the core. Press back. Down dog. Deep breath here. Inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. Exhale, bring it through top of the mat. We're going to pivot the left heel to the floor and come up to a warrior one. So you might walk your right foot out to the right just a little bit, providing a little more space for the hips. Pressing down through the outside edge of the left foot so we're not falling in on that arch. Reaching the arms up. One more deep breath here. And then see if you can come forward, to step forward to the top of the mat, keeping those arms lifted, coming to a standing lifted pose. Take an inhale here, and exhale, float the arms out and down. We're going to do 4 Yogananda energizing breaths here to energize ourselves for our alignment, and then we'll do the other side of that whole sequence. So Yogananda energizing breath is feet are hip width apart. We're going to bend the knees slightly, bring the forearms together, gentle fists in front of you. Double inhale, and then hold as we lengthen the legs and bring the arms out to the side. So it looks like this. And then we're going to hold, feel the energy, the strength. And then we're going to exhale, double exhale out the mouth, coming back to that starting position. So we're going to do 4. Here we go. One more. Nice. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Greeting this beautiful spring day. Exhale down, place the hands step. Left foot back behind you, high or low lunge. We're going to do 6 of those. Lengthen and drop here. So inhale. Exhale, pulling the arms down, maybe dropping the knee towards the floor. Inhale, lifting up, maybe moving that front leg towards straight. Exhale, dropping down. You're also welcome to keep that back leg dropped and just move the arms. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6. Then stay with the back leg dropped. Find your strap. Inhale, lifting the strap up. Exhale, bring it back behind you, finding a nice chest opening here, dropping the hips, opening the heart. Deep breaths, opening to deeper and deeper alignment, awareness, integrity. Meaning, a life filled with meaning. One more deep breath. And then bringing the strap up and over. We're going to bring the hands to the floor and shift the hips back and lifting those right toes up off the floor. You might just melt the head towards that leg. If you'd like to go further, we're going to slide the hips back, coming to sit on that left foot. Strap might be around that right foot and hinging forward here. You might be able to reach the foot and come into a deeper forward fold. Wherever you are, see if you can soften the gaze, soften the jaw, deepen the breath. One more deep breath here. And then coming forward, moving the strap out of the way, hands to the mat and press back to a down dog. Walking out your dog, integrating that deep stretch. And then finding stillness here. You're welcome just to stay here and breathe. If you'd like to go further, I'm going to bring left hand to right leg, twisting. This time, this side first. And if you'd like to twist, you do the other side. And then releasing back to down dog. And then coming forward to a plank pose. And then dropping the hips, opening the heart. Float those legs if you can. And really squeeze those shoulder blades towards each other, opening the heart. Directing the gaze, clarity to the world in front of you. Engaging the core. Press back. Down dog. Deep breath here. With your next inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring it through top of the mat. Pivot the right heel to the floor. We're going to come up to a warrior one. So you might scoot that left foot out to the left a little bit more, creating some space for the hips. Pressing down through the outside edge of the right foot, lifting the arms, dropping the shoulders. Gaze of clarity towards the world in front of you, holding strong here. And with your next inhale, we're going to step forward. See if you can very purposefully come into alignment, feet to head here, reaching up through the fingertips. One more inhale. And exhale, we're going to sit down into that Yogananda energizing breath, starting position. 4 rounds. Here we go. Double inhale. One more. Nice. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen the spine. Exhale down. Scoot the feet a little wider away from each other and sinking down to a squat, whatever version of squat feels available to you today. Maybe hands on the knees, hands on the floor, maybe on the balls of the feet. Wherever you are, see if you can lengthen your spine, drop your shoulders, relax your jaw. One more deep breath. And then from here, we're gonna come down onto our backs, moving the blanket out of the way. Hugging your knees into your chest. And rock a little side to side here. And then letting the knees come away from each other, reach through the inside of the knees, grabbing onto the outside of the feet or the ankles for happy baby pose. You can rock a little side to side here if you'd like. And if there's any final poses you would like to find before coming to Shavasana, feel free. Otherwise, stretching out long on your back. Setting yourself up in fabulous alignment. Perhaps supporting yourself head or knees with your blanket. And taking a couple letting go breaths here. Allowing alignment to settle in. Sometimes it's not a matter of us forcing or doing or controlling, but allowing. A deep inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. And then allow the breath to just flow easily in and out through the nose. Softening here, letting go of all effort. Body, mind, spirit. Allow the inner alignment to reveal itself without any striving, any doing. Back to the surface of your body. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And as you're ready, bend one knee and then the other, placing your feet on the floor. And come to rest over on your right side. Taking a breath here and keeping your eyes closed and your attention internal. Gently press your way up to find a seat. And sitting with your eyes closed, allow these words by Francis to wash over you. I want a life filled with meaningful interactions, not hollow gestures. Time spent creating, not destroying. A heart that does not ignore my head, and head that does not ignore my gut. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart, pressing your thumbs in to feel your heartbeat, your personal pulse, feeling that alignment, the head, the heart, the gut, a meaningful life. Knowing that that is yours. It's all right here. Deep breath of gratitude. I thank you all for joining me for practice today. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.